Hello, it's Ashley here for your next stamp, and I am back today to share another episode for the Stamp Create Repeat series. Today I am going to be making these really sweet little Rice Krispie treat holders. I think these are so precious, and I think they will be really fun for in the summer when I go to family picnics, or you could use these at birthday parties. There's just so many ways you could use them. They'd be really cute last day of school treats to send, or if you have grandchildren. In my case, I have a lot of nieces and a nephew, so they will love these at family events this summer. So I have the little girl one here, and I basically just have a cute little Rice Krispie square. I've got it packaged here, and then I've got these little cuties holding the Rice Krispie treat, and they are like little superheroes, and they're just so cute. So I'm going to start out by showing you all the products that I used, and then I'll get into the process video of how I made these. So the first thing I used is this Urnex Stamp Black Olive ink, and I love this ink so much. You will see in the video, it just stamps out such a nice dark impression. I cannot say enough good things about that ink. I just am in love with it. It is my favorite ink. I've also used my little die snippers. And here is the stamp set that these little cuties came from. This is Little Darling Superheroes, and these little guys are just so cute. They were so fun and easy to color, and this little girl with her pigtails is just precious. So they have their little capes on, and there's a little mask that you can stamp if you want to use that. And the sentiments on this are so cute. I've used the little one here that says, "You're my hero." There's also, "I think you're super." And then there is coordinating dies that you can purchase separate. So that is the stamp set I'm going to be using. I also used this die set, and I used this die set to cut out a little image for the back so that I could put the sentiment. This is the Stitch Square die set, and I used the two smallest dies there. I also used some new paper from the new release. This is called For the Boys, and I love this paper so much. It's so perfect for summer projects, boy projects, and look at these cute little hot dogs and hamburgers, and there's little ketchup and mustard with little faces. So precious. So I used that for the back part with the sentiment. Then I used some Doodlebug twine. I used the red and the blue. And I also used some little treat bags, whoopsies, and some little lollipop sticks. I just purchased these at Bulk Barn, and I just took some Rice Krispie squares that I made, and I just put them into some little treat bags, and I stuck a little lollipop stick in it. I know anything with a stick is a hit with my nieces, so I'm sure that they're going to love these. And if you didn't want to make Rice Krispie squares, you could just buy the little pre-made ones in the grocery store and put the little stick in it and add your little cutie guy or girl there on the end of it, and it's just a super cute little treat to take to any type of party. So let's get into the process video, and I'll show you how I made these super cute treat bags. So I'm going to start out by stamping out the images. I'm going to stamp out this little girl. I just love her pigtails so much. And then I'm going to stamp out the little boy. And their hands are just so perfectly positioned to put anything in their hand. They're just so cute. And you know what? You could even use this to put a little suckler or a lollipop. And you could put those for Valentine's Day even. That would be so cute if you sent little Valentines and had these little cuties holding the lollipops. I just absolutely loved how their hands were positioned. So for the skin, I'm using E11, E00, and then blending that out. And then I use R20 for the cheeks. And I did the same skin tone for both the girl and the boy. I wanted to try to make them look like my little niece and nephew. And then I also did the same for the boy and added the red cheeks with R20, or the pink cheeks, and I used that for inside the mouth. Then for the hair, I'm just doing a full coat of E53. And I'm going to do a brown hair tone for them. You could just color it in like this if you're making a whole bunch of them and you don't want to have to color them all up, and you don't want it to take too long. You could just do one coat. It would look so cute still. Or you can do what I'm doing. I did a little bit of flicking motion with the Copic markers. So then I went in with E55 and just flicked from the roots and from the tip of where the hair goes. Then I used E57 just to darken it up a bit. And at any stage you could stop depending on the color of hair that you want the girl and boy to have. You could have stopped at the last stage, or you could stop at this stage, or you could keep going and making it darker and darker. So I just love how that looks. How cute is that? And then it has a really nice little shadow there, or like a highlight. So then for the blue, I'm using B29. And I'm using red and blue for both the girl and the boy. These would be so cute for the 4th of July, but I'm thinking that these are probably going to come to a Canada Day celebration with my family in the summer. So I think red and blue is perfect. And then I'm using B28 and B24 to blend that out. And then I do kind of like the opposite. So the girl's cape, I do blue, and then the boy's outfit, I do blue, and then I give the girl a red outfit and the boy a red cape, just to kind of like make them match, but a little bit different. So I'm using that same blue tone for the boy and girl. And now I'm going to use my red colors. So the red combo that I'm using is R39. And be really careful when you're coloring with red Copics, because if you put too much color, they always bleed. It's just reds bleed very easily. So make sure that you are careful that it doesn't go out of the lines. And then I used R27. And then I go in with the R39 again and R27 just for the little boots. And then I go in with R14. And you could color these up so many cute colors. How cute would that little girl look with a pink cape? That would be so adorable. I'm definitely going to have to do that. Then I just took my gold metallic jelly pen and put a little bit on the little belt buckle of the little belt. And then I'm just using my white jelly pen just to add a few accents on it. And then I'm adding the pigtails on the little girl in R39 and R14. And then I'm just doing her little gloves, her boots, and her little belt buckle in that blue color tone. And then with the B24. And then I'm going to use the R39 to do the rest of the red color combo. And then I'm using R27. And then blending that out with R14. And there they are, all colored. So it was really simple to color them up. I colored them up quite quickly, and I definitely think it's manageable to do a few of these or quite a few of these for family events or picnics. And you know the big adults and the big kids are going to want these too. Don't even try to give them a plain Rice Krispie square, because you know they want one of these as well. So now I'm just taking my die cutting snips and snipping out these little dies. And I'm going to take some Post-it note tape to put these on, and then I'm going to run it through my die cutting machine. And I just use the Post-it note tape to make sure that it stays in place. And if you're going to be making a few of these, the dies are a really good thing to get so that it's nice and easy to cut through. So I cut through one more on white of all of those of the little girl and boy so that I can make it nice and sturdy later, so that it is a little bit thicker. And now I'm taking the square die and I'm just cutting off with my die snippers the 3rd and 4th smallest size of the squares. And I'm cutting that out on that cute pattern paper. I'm going to cut one for each of them. And then I'm going to use the 3rd smallest size on the white cardstock so I have a spot to put the sentiment. So now I'm going to put on the little sentiment, and look, you guys, when I stamp it out, how dark it is. I'm not kidding, that ink is so amazing. So that's the black olive ink, and they now have a re-inker for it, which is so exciting. So if you head over to the store, make sure you get that ink because it's amazing. I love it so much. So now I'm just taking my ATG gun and adhering on those little pieces, and I'm putting them on the back of the little treat. You could add it on the front of the treat if you want, but I really wanted you guys just to be able to see what was at the front of this little treat when I did the video. So now I'm going to just play around and see how I want to set up these little cuties. So I'm taking my glue gun. You do not have to do this step if you don't want, but I just wanted to make sure these were nice and sturdy. So I'm just taking my glue gun and I'm just adding glue onto that cardstock piece and putting them together. And it makes it nice and thick and more sturdy. It kind of feels like a magnet. That's a good way to explain how it feels. So it's a lot thicker and more durable. So I know it's going to last a little bit longer. And so I did that for both the girl and boy, and it's just going to allow them to be sturdy enough to hold onto these cute little sticks. So I added some hot glue gun onto the stick, and you could just use regular glue if you wanted, but again, I just wanted it to be nice and sturdy and stick on there. And then I added on that little cute boy, and some more glue here, and I'll add on that little girl. And that is my project for this week. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this fun little project. I thought I'd try something a little different for this week's video. Please leave a comment. I love when you guys leave comments. It just absolutely makes my day. And if you haven't, I would love if you headed over to the Your Next Stamp YouTube channel and subscribe so that you don't miss next week's video. See you then, guys. Bye now.